Hare Krishna. We'll start with some prayers invoking auspiciousness. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकम् नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Everyone can raise their hands. Uh, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. One last time, everyone together. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam, panghum langhayate kirim. Yat krupatamaham vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam. Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. So, all right. I hope all of you are doing very well. Thank you for joining. Today is a very, very auspicious day. Um, Today is the first day of Damodar month. This is a very, very special month where for every month there is a personality, and for this particular month, the personality who is um, who is actually um, the presiding deity for this month is Srimati Radharani. So before we get started into what Kartik month is, what is the uh, how we can get the utmost value from this Kartik month, where your life will be filled with blessings. I wanted to take a step back. I believe that if we are clear in purpose as to why we are doing something that we are doing, then it really helps, and it really gives us uh, clarity and determination in what we are doing. But first, we have to see that what is the value in what we are doing. If we are just blindly trying to do something, um, even though it is a good thing, but if we are not um, aware of what is the value of that, then we may be doing something, but we may be doing mechanically. So in the present world, there are many uh, so-called processes, but uh, where people think that, okay, these are religious rites, okay, and they are rituals that are being done. Uh, Many times, many people do not know, and most people do not know why these rituals are being done. What is the value of this? Why do I need to do this? Okay, so if the spirit is missing behind the ritual, then it is just a mechanical activity. If the spirit of offering that service is present, where we understand what we are doing, why we are doing, then in that case, it totally transforms, like, okay, the activity into something valuable. And we enjoy the journey of doing that also. It is not anymore a mechanical thing. So in the last class, I asked one question actually. So I want to revisit. And when we had the last class, I know, like, okay, there was a lot of challenges with our network, and um, we were just we were struggling. And I think that is, it was a combination of the internet service provider and the weather. And it turned out to be, there were a lot of distractions along the way. But I appreciate, like, I was really reflecting on how Parul Mataji, you were very optimistic through this journey, okay, on this, uh, because life will give us a lot of turmoils, but when we take that in the right spirit, uh, with a very optimistic um, angle to it, that way we can transcend all the difficulties that come in our battle. So I am really appreciative of the fact how we ended that meeting despite all the different kind of challenges. So coming back to this, so we are see in this, I, I want to talk about that question. The question is, what are what is our real identity? Okay, so our real identity, we spoke about that our real identity is that we are spirit soul. We are part and parcel of Krishna. And I have to just ask for a permission. I have to take one quick medicine. So I'll just take a 1 minute quick break, and I'll just take that less than a minute break. Actually. Okay. So uh, we were talking about the real identity, that our real identity is that we are part and parcel of Krishna. That is our real identity. We are spirit soul, part and parcel of Krishna. So let us understand in terms of, but then there are so many, like, what about, like, okay, there are so many people other, like, okay, many people have different practices. Are we Hindu? So Bhagavad Gita says that, okay, we are neither Hindu, we are not Muslim, we are not Christian, we are not Jews or Parsis or any of this. But our real identity is that we are servant of God, we are servant of Krishna. Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. Mamai Amsho. Krishna is saying, you are all my amsas, part and parcel. So let us understand this. Then what is this Hindu, Muslim? What is this? So a person, like just now, right now, we may be in a body, and we may be having different different practices. Um, we could be a Hindu, but that is not our permanent identity. Um, because a Hindu can become a Muslim can become a Hindu, Christian, whatever. Like, okay, that can change. And someone who is born in a body, like, okay, like they are practicing something in Hindu, they may be born in next life in a different so-called practice, but and they may be born in something which is not even a human body actually. They could be born in any other type of body. So it could be any body for that matter. But our real practices, if we but our real identity is that okay, we are all part and parcel of God. We are actually servants of God. However, through our different type of lives that we have been living, we have forgotten that identity. Let us now reflect upon this aspect actually. Because we have forgotten that identity, so in this life, we, I mean, as we, and you are all most intelligently, okay, you are trying, you have you have expressed your desire to hear about Krishna. So, like, okay, when we are hearing about Krishna, like, okay, when we, as we are in this particular body, we see the material life is something like the scriptures say it is compared to Dukkhale Ashashvatam. Krishna says, he has put a stop sign. Dukkhale Ashashvatam. Let us see, like, okay, if we, in Hindi or in Sanskrit, they say a library is called a Granthalaya and a pharmacy is called a Aushadalaya. So let's take an example. This is a practical example. So if someone takes a library card, okay, and goes to the he goes to the pharmacy and he says, okay, I need this particular book. The pharmacist will laugh at him. Okay, you have to go to a library. Are you crazy? You have come to the pharmacy to asking for a book. I mean, same way. You look at it the other way around. The person goes to he goes with his insurance or with his pharmacy card and goes to the library and says, "Can I get this medicine?" The pharmacist will say, "Okay, what is this? Okay, you have to go to a library for that." Uh, so why I'm saying this is because that is exactly our position. We are trying to look for happiness in a place where Krishna has already said that this is a place of miseries, dukkhale. We are trying to seek for something which is not meant for that thing. So then what is the, this is, dukkhale is supposed to be a place of misery and we are trying to seek for happiness. So, I mean, what is the condition? Like in this material world, the condition is something like this. Like, I know uh, if you may have seen in movies or like okay, in even those animated movies, many times like there are like someone who is a con character, like okay, or a villain character, like okay, he takes the other person or like okay, how in some dramatic fights they pull the person by his head and they drown that person. Okay, and when this person is there, like okay, he's trying to breathe very hard, very hard, and he's like that, and then immediately they'll they'll bring that up. Okay, and then this person is able to breathe, and then again they'll put the person down. Okay, so and put him down like for almost close to a minute, like when he's like he's brought up. So the material world is compared to like this. Okay, where you are placed in suffering. Okay, the fish, if it is placed in land, it cannot be happy because it is always it is meant to be in water. Okay, so so in this case, like, okay, uh, and as the um, like whenever such kind of sufferings come up, like, okay, and we are faced with situation, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, so if you look at that, like, okay, when someone is in lot of suffering, okay, consider, like, okay, and I'll take some real examples. Like, okay, in some years back, there was a shooting in Colorado in a movie theater. People have gone there to enjoy a movie. Suddenly, there is a shooter that comes in. The shooter is shooting, okay, and these people, like, okay, they are totally bewildered. Like, okay, they are watching a movie and, like, okay, suddenly there is a shooter shooting. What happens in that scenario? I mean, everyone starts looking for, okay, where is the exit? Where is the exit? Right? And if you see in public places and in even theaters or other places also, the exits are marked with red color. Okay, very highlighted. This is exit. This is exit. Right? So, and when someone is put in such kind of situation, right, some person, the immediate reaction is, okay, where is the exit? Where is the exit? Where is the exit? So, has anyone, like, okay, whatever I'm sharing, like, okay, has anyone ever wondered, like, okay, oh, why is there so much trouble in this thing, in this world? Okay, it is meant to be like this. It is meant to be like this, where someone starts looking for what is the exit plan out of this. Whoever is intelligent, they will start looking for what is the exit plan out of this. Now, I also want to remind of one more thing. We talked about the we talked about the aspect of sukh shanti. Okay, sukh is at the bodily level. Uh, Means you have a comfortable place. Like, okay, I have enough money in my bank account. Okay, I can live comfortably. I have a big house. Okay, and I have air conditioning, heating. Like, okay, at least if even if outside world is having bad temperatures, at least I am protected from that perspective. I have a good car also. I have a luxurious car. But then if oh, you know what, someone, like, okay, like it could be either someone in the family or maybe someone at work who is traveling, or maybe someone in relatives or someone neighbor, or like, okay, the dog barking aside, I mean, next door, that's not allowing me to sleep. I'm in a disturbed condition. Okay, I may have my best food in front of me with a very comfortable environment, and as soon as I'm going to take that food, what happens? I get a call. Oh, your son just met with an accident, or you just lost your job. What happens? Like, okay, at that time, if you see, no matter whatever comfortable situation we are in, we lose taste in all of this. This doesn't really make sense for us. Why? Because we don't have shanti, we don't have peace. We don't, our mind gets disturbed. The point that I'm trying to make here is that the mind is at a higher state than the body. Okay. Now, so far, science has accepted this fact that this mind is at a greater state than the body. How do we know that? Just take, for example, laborers. If you go to any place where there are laborers, they are paid less than those people who work with mind. Architects are being paid higher. Okay, any person who is working in the IT industry is being paid higher. They don't do any physical work. They are just seated in one place, but they are applying their mind. But anyone who is being paid for his physical labor, yeah, that is considered to be lower, lesser paid than the ones who are being paid for acting by their mind. Now, higher than this mind is Anand. Higher than this mind is soul, and the soul has the ability to get the bliss factor. Okay, but this aspect is not known to science, and Krishna is revealing where is that bliss factor come from? It comes from the soul. Soul is, and Krishna is saying that, okay, it is 1/10,000 part of the tip of our hair. If we just take a tip of the hair, it is 1/10,000 part of that. It cannot be seen by eyes. It cannot be seen by microscope. Um, but that is what is there. But that is what is sustaining our life force. We may be physically very fit. We hear many times, right? Arey, this person was so physically fit, just passed away. I was just speaking uh, to my father, like, okay, 2 days back. He was saying, okay, but how did that person pass? How did that person die? So that person seemed to be so fit. Like, okay, how is it that that person leaves body? The person leaving the body is not really um, it is not really on like okay, how much fit he is or how unfit he is. It is on when his soul leaves the body. There is with every manufacturing dates there comes an expiry date also. So for all of us there is a limited time, and during that time what we do is it what activities we do really really decides what is the next body that we are going to get. So I was talking about the exit plan in the movie. Everyone, like when that shooting starts, like, okay, everyone is looking for where is the exit door. Okay, and when we are trying to just search like this, so if we apply that same analogy in the material world, when we are completely like distressed, like okay, oh, what do I do in this situation? I'm just overburdened with this. Now, some people may think that okay, oh, what is this? Very pessimistic. Okay, I don't think like I am in that situation. Oh, it's just that, okay, you may not be in that situation right now. You may be in a happy situation right now, but that happiness is only temporary. Okay, it is just a matter of time when things change. Okay, uh, I came across, like, okay, very recently a situation of a particular family. Um, just a couple of days back, like, okay, like one family, they were expecting a baby, and their mother um, of the Mataji, like she was going to come and help out actually during this pregnancy. Suddenly, on the day that they were supposed to travel, the day before that, that mother started feeling very sick, and she had to be she had to be taken to the doctor. And when they took her to the doctor suspected that there is some kind of a cancer, ovarian cancer. So they said, okay, this is very dangerous. Ovarian cancer can be very dangerous, and they somehow like okay, they operated on her ovaries. And now, obviously, the mother cannot travel immediately. So the daughter knew that okay, so and it wasn't. There were very few days left, so they had to make all the arrangements. Like, okay, what are the other plans? But while the baby was being delivered, the mother passed away. Okay, so it was a. Uh, can you imagine the dualities of this world? On one hand, like, okay, there's a baby being delivered. On other hand, like, okay, you are having a loss of another member of the family. And on top of this, like, okay, there was the person who passed away had no health problem background. This is the nature of this material world. Okay, so the point I was trying to make is that the problems, like even if someone thinks that okay, I do not have any problem, it is just a matter of time. Because even if we look from our own um, childhood, like okay, how many wars this world has had? How do you see the trend of this world? As we are entering more and more into Kali Yuga, the world is getting more and more dangerous. Safety issues, okay, the type of crimes that are coming in, the type of natural destructions, disasters that are happening. You must have, many of you may have read in news how the global warming affected, or rather, how these floods in Sikkim were. I think that was part of some of the, if I'm not wrong, some of the snow melted, and that's how it happened. Um, Similarly, like, okay, there are so many other turn of events that are happening. So as we are entering more and more into Kali Yuga, things are getting more and more and more traumatic for people. Earlier, people used to suffer with physical diseases, malaria, typhoid, okay, diphtheria, okay, these kind of things. Slowly, if you see that, yes, people are suffering from those as and when science is telling, okay, oh, we found a solution for this. There is another problem. So there is no end to the list of problems. Like when I remember in my childhood, cancer used to be a very big problem. Okay, and there was no solution. Slowly, like, okay, there is HIV, AIDS. When we had COVID, forget about it. Like, okay, it brought the whole world into a halt. It's just some microorganism. Okay, it brought a complete halt to the material, to the entire globe. Can we imagine, like, okay, if there is any flood also, like, okay, I mean, if you look at this changing weather, like I know one friend of mine, like, okay, he was staying in Texas. He moved to Texas because Texas is known for good weather. And few years back, there was a flood in Texas, and because of that flood, he lost his where basically most people their houses were damaged, so he was rescued from his home. And and because it was Texas, they did not have flood insurance. So his entire home, like, okay, was completely damaged. And last that I knew was, like, okay, he had to pay for a home where he's not staying. Can you imagine the kind of anxiety? And why am I saying this? So I'm saying this because I was talking about this exit plan, like, okay, because material world puts into a lot of difficulties like this, and this material world is meant to be like that so that the intelligent persons think about what is the exit plan. And that's where Krishna is taking. And what is our exit plan? Like, our exit plan is taking shelter of Sri Sri Radha Gopinath, taking shelter of Sri Sri Radha Kunja Bihari, taking shelter of Sri Sri Radha Gopijan Vallabh, basically taking shelter of Sri Sri Radha Krishna, Radha Raman, because we have no other shelter. If we think that, okay, our health insurance plan is going to save us, it is not going to save us. I mean, the real example is, uh, uh, see, like if someone thinks, like, okay, oh, I have money, like, okay, money can really protect me. That is not going to work. Henry Ford is a great example. Henry Ford was being asked, actually, he was publicly asked, okay, you are so famous, you are so famous, and you are growing at such a rapid pace. What is the secret of your success? He said, like, okay, oh, I always have backups, like, okay, from one level to next level when I am going, I always maintain backup at every level so that, like, okay, I can, um, whatever level that I'm working on, if it is a project manager, I make another person a project manager, then I go into a program manager. Then I make another person a program manager, then I move to the next level. I always have backups, actually. Okay, so what is your backup for, like, okay, any health related issues? So he told that, okay, see, just 2 minutes from my house is I have built my own hospital, Henry Ford Hospital. Even today's day, like, okay, it is, if you search Henry Ford Hospital and Henry Ford's house, it is just minutes away, just handful, I think 2 3 minutes away. But at the time when Henry Ford left his body, he could not reach that place. And it was all things were done very diligently, but then he did not have so much time. You look at Steve Jobs, the CEO of Apple. He was asked, okay, he was at his very terminal age, he was diagnosed with cancer. He was asked this question that, okay, Steve, what is the plan for Apple? What are the future plans for Apple? He said, forget those. Doctor, can I get 6 more months to live? No, we can't get you 6 more months. Why am I saying this is because many trend to have these people as the ideal. If these people are the ideal, okay, then we have to know their journey. What is their journey? Because many times we idealize that, okay, oh, this person is so nice, actually, they're so successful. What is the definition of success? See, like in none of the like if we go to like we have all been through schools and colleges. Schools and colleges teach us like, okay, how to be successful materially. Schools teach us like how can we get better grades, what how to be better in studies, what is the objective of getting better in studies, how do we get job, a better job, and what is the objective of getting better job, so that we get better pay. And what is the objective of getting better pay? It said is that so that if we have a better pay, we can have better luxuries. And what is the objective of getting better luxuries? The better objective of better luxuries is that, okay, we can have a better life partner, or okay, we can live comfortably, we can be in enjoyment. But if you think about those people, like, okay, who are actually doing like, okay, uh, who are actually very ambitious, who have the best jobs, and who have practically like they are materially very flourishing. If you look at it, like, okay, they would have a very beautiful house, but how much time do they have to enjoy that thing? Life, the point I'm trying to make is no schools actually teach us how to be happy in life. This is the point, okay, and we are trying to look for happiness in those things, okay, in a better job, in a better relation, okay, and in a better, let's say, in a better comfortable car, or in a better city, okay. But these things, no matter whatever our aspirations are, will can give us happiness. Yes, it is not that they will not give us happiness, but these happiness are very, very temporary in nature. And the ease and what is our shelter? Shelter is to take is only and only to take shelter of Shishi Radha Kunj Bihari, Shishi Radha Gopinath, whatever form we relate with of Krishna. So how is that? How is it that, okay, this is going to be our only shelter? I want to, and how do we take shelter? What is our way of taking shelter? So with that, I want to tell you about a pastime of Krishna. This pastime that really, really touched my heart, and I want you to hear with attention. So we will go to 5,000 years back to Vrindavan. Vrindavan is called Chintamani Dham. Chintamani means whatever you think, it is uh, it anything that you think, like, okay, it has the ability to happen. It is said that in Vrindavan, the dust of Vrindavan is more precious than the precious jewels of the entire creation. It is not a land of the material world. It is a it is a it is a place that has descended from the spiritual world. So for Vrindavan, there are many things like how Vrindavan came into existence and things like that. We will talk about it, but that I don't want to go into this class because otherwise we'll get diverted. But I want you to focus on the topic of shelter. What shelter means, how we take shelter of Shishi Radha and Krishna. Please hear this very carefully, because if you hear this carefully, when we hear with faith, Okay, when we come to the classes, like, okay, for hearing, just like we go to a store to buy something, we have to have a currency. Without the currency, we cannot buy anything. When we hear Krishna Katha, we also have to come with a currency. And what is that currency? The currency is faith. Okay, and with faith, when we hear attentively, that purifies our heart. And hearing from the right source is also important. So if we hear from not non bona fide sources, that will pollute our heart actually. We will get a lot of things, and it will contaminate our heart. But in this case, like, okay, we are hearing from Srila Prabhupada, who is a pure devotee. So let's go into Vrindavan. Vrindavan is a very simple town, simple village actually, very countryside. Okay, where is Krishna is with his Gopa friends, and all the gopis are out there. So all these little girls, okay, Radharani and Krishna. Krishna is just 7 years old. He has turned 7 years old, and his father is Nand Baba, and his mother is Yashoda Maya. So one day Krishna sees that there is lot of arrangement that is happening for doing Havan, Yagya, that means fire sacrifice. Now we do this fire sacrifices many times, like okay, when we move to a new home. Many people they get marriage, like okay, in many customs there is a fire sacrifice being done. So we are familiar with that. So Krishna sees that okay, Nand Baba is making all these arrangements, like, okay, and all the Vrajvasis. Vrajvasis means the residents of Vrindavan. They are called Vraj means Vrindavan. Vraj Dham means Sri Vrindavan Dham. And Vrajvasis means the residents of Vrindavan. So all the Vrajvasis along with Nand Baba and under they are making all these arrangements. Nand Baba is um, he's the uh, he's the king of uh, of this place actually. So he's of Vrindavan. Like, he's directing everyone. And then Krishna suddenly asks, like, okay, Baba, what are you doing? So he says, okay, we are Krishna. He just says, okay, Krishna, we are just preparing for a um, fire sacrifice, a yagya that is going to happen. And then Krishna asks, like, okay, who is this yagya for, Baba? So, so then he says, okay, we are offering a fire sacrifice for Indra. And then Krishna asks, like, okay, oh, why are we offering fire sacrifice to Indra? See, now think about it. Like, visualize, like, okay, 7 year boy asking his father, why are we offering this fire sacrifice to Indra? So, if like many times, like many parents feel, right, like okay, when the small little child is asking questions, then we think that, okay, how to answer at their level. But sometimes, see, nowadays in these days, like, okay, there are children who ask questions which are difficult for parents to answer also, how to translate into their level. Okay, and many parents, what they will do is, okay, they will somehow or other avoid that question or curtail from there. So Nand Baba, see all these tendencies, like okay, if you hear Krishna's pastimes, right, you will see all the different things that we do on day-to-day life, right? Whether good, bad, anything, they're all coming from scriptures. They have an origin in our scriptures. They have an origin in Krishna's pastimes itself. Okay, so Nand Baba also thought, okay, he may not understand. Like, okay, he doesn't know. So, I mean, 7 year boy, how much he will understand? No, um, yeah, Krishna, we are doing this. See, there are a lot of things, so you may not understand that actually. And Nand Baba said like that. And generally, like, and there are kids of two types again. One type of kid is like who will be like, okay, Papa. Like, generally, like, okay, if you see many kids who are born in India, they are of this type. Okay, okay, whatever teacher says, okay, do this, okay, do. But in US, it is different. Like, okay, they will cross question again. Nowadays in India also it is changing. So Krishna also like okay, he was not going to take you. He said, Baba, tell me like that. Like, okay, see, if you're trying to do something, you should not hide from you should not hide from me. You should tell like what you're doing, what is the purpose of that. So then Nand Baba thinks that okay, oh, he needs to be explained. So he says that okay, see, Krishna, we are trying to do this fire sacrifice for Indra, because Indra, when we make Indra happy, then Indra is the personality who gives us rain. And see, we are all they are all cowherd. We are all cowherds actually. That is our basic thing. So the cows are very dependent on grass, and so if there is no good rain, then that is it will affect the food of the cow, right? So we have to make sure that okay, we get good rain, and for that we have this puja actually. We have this yagya. So then Krishna, he tells that okay, he explains to his father. He says that okay, father, see, why do you need to worship Indra for that? You can actually see our Govardhan, that hill that is there. If you see all these cows, they graze on Govardhan. Okay, and it's not Indra who provides this. See the clouds, they come like okay, and they because Govardhan is out there, the clouds like okay, they hit Govardhan at that time. Like okay, the clouds they accumulate there besides Govardhan, and then the rain comes like okay, and we are all able to go there. We are able to graze our cows there. And Govardhan has so many trees actually. So it is Govardhan who is actually providing. So we should worship Govardhan instead. So then Nand Baba, like, okay, so there is Nand Baba, so many times, like, okay, uh, what Krishna, uh, what Krishna was trying to say is that, okay, you don't need to worship them, you need to just worship Govardhan. But then many times, like, okay, many of us may have a lot of our past beliefs, right? So someone comes and tells us, do this, then we will try to counteract with our own ideas, right? No, 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 but that is not right. That is this, like, okay. See, in just in this context, many times we will see that, okay, if you ask people that, okay, oh, can you tell something about this probability? At a college level, you give them a problem. Not many people will take interest in that. Okay, can you tell something about calculus? Some college level problem, if you give, they will not be able to do that. If you give them a PhD level trigonometric problem, they'll not be able to do that. But you ask people, okay, can you tell something about God? No matter whoever it is, they will all have their feedback. Oh, I will tell. Okay, let me tell you what are the important things to do. But so in this case, Krishna and Nand Baba, they also have a discussion. Nand Baba, like, okay, um, he's trying to explain to Krishna, but Krishna is very attractive, he's very charming. And in Vrindavan, the environment is like, okay, everyone wants to see Krishna happy. Okay, so Nand Baba is not that much convinced, like, okay, that Govardhan has to be worshipped. But then because Krishna is saying, right, he said, okay, this will make Krishna happy. Okay, fine. Let's do that. Okay. So with that objective, they say, okay, but Krishna, tell us how to worship Govardhan. Krishna says, oh, that is very simple. Okay, let tell all the Vrajvasis to cook as much as they can. Okay, and then take it to Govardhan. Whatever they can offer, they can take it to Govardhan, and then like we will offer it to Govardhan. So Govardhan will be very happy with that. So this is the way of worshipping Govardhan. And then we can load our cows also with all the food items, and we can make bullock carts with that, and we'll take all the food over there. So Nand Baba explains it to the Vrajvasis. Vrajvasis agreed that Krishna said, okay, let's follow that. Because everyone, Krishna is the heart of Vrindavan. He never leaves Vrindavan. He's anything that Krishna says, like, okay, everyone like wants to please Krishna. They don't treat Krishna as God. Okay, they treat Krishna like, Arey, yeah, this is our child. If our our child is saying something like, hey, let's make him happy. That's the thing. That's the mood in Vrindavan. Like they called Krishna as Lala and they called Srimati Radharani as Lali. Lala idara. Okay. So it is just like that in Vrindavan. So, and in every house, they will talk about, oh, see, mere Lala ne aisa kiya hai. My Lala did this, my Lala did that. Like, okay, they are always in like a very affectionate mood towards this. Like, okay, not that, okay, Krishna, please save me. Like, I am in deep trouble. Nare, nahi, nahi. There, the mood is like, okay, are this Lala, right? So much trouble, not having any food only. Okay. From 3 days, I'm trying to feed him this thing. Like, okay, he's not having. That is the mood of Vrajvasis. Okay. or or the thing is like, okay, their mood is like, okay, oh, you know what, like, I cannot afford anything. Only I, like, from last 3 days I could only afford banana. I'm just thinking that this Lala, this 6 7 years boy, 3 days he's so bored with eating these bananas. What to do now? I am not able to do also. It's so painful for me. Okay, but what to do? Lala, somehow you eat this only. This is all I can do. This is our Goswamis are telling. I'll just take a small diversion. Like, okay, so our Sanatan Goswami, when he was meditating in Vrindavan, he um, like he could actually talk to Madan Mohan. So, and Sanatan Goswami was a he he would he would do his living by doing madhukari. Madhukari means like, okay, he will go and go to houses. He will knock there. If they give him some food, then he will accept that. So sometimes like, okay, they will all give him like, and like when they give someone, when they give as a donation to someone who asks, it is not one of the best things. They will give, like, someone will give atta, someone will give dal, someone will give like roti. Okay, so mostly like, okay, whatever he would get, he would make it. And his Madan Mohan he would be hanging in the tree actually, in a small basket actually, and he would make his offering and he would do. So one day Madan Mohan spoke, "Hey Sanatan, can you add little salt in the roti? The roti is without salt." Okay, s- this is Madan Mohan is telling, "Hey Sanatan, can you add a little salt in the roti?" So Madan Mohan is saying, so Sanatan is saying now reciprocation of the devotee. Okay, that Madan Mohan, you will only get this only with me. Okay. A- And before that, there was a instance where Madan Mohan wanted to come to Sanatan. So Sanatan told many times, Madan Mohan, don't come because I don't have any living, I don't have any earning, nothing. Like, I am just a, um, uh, I just go from here to there, and like, okay, whatever I get in Madhukari, I just give that. So Sanatan is telling this time that, okay, I told you that time that, okay, I won't get many things. Whatever people give me in begging, that only I can give it to you. So don't ask me for salt. Today you will ask for salt. Tomorrow you will ask for sugar. Then you will say, give me sweet, this, that. Like, okay, I can't give you these things. So Madan Mohan says, okay, okay, Sanatan, no problem. This is this is the reciprocation of Lord with his devotee. Okay, this is not like, okay, hey, you are Lord. Arre, arre, arre. So in Vaikuntha, the mood is like, see, Narayan is there, and the mood is like, Vishnu Sahasranam. Like, okay, you do that, you offer Lord with this, you offer that. He's a Lord, he's Lord, he's Bhagwan, I'm his servant. Okay. And in the servant mood, like it's not that, okay, it's not friendly. In Vrindavan, it is just opposite. The Gopa's mood is, hey Krishna, come here. He'll put his hand on his shoulder. Will you fight with me? And when he's fighting, okay, Krishna will mostly lose in the fight. And then Madhumangal will say that, okay, I won. Okay, I am the one who won. Krishna, please lift me and take me there. Krishna is the one who is lifting and going there. Even when the fight with Kamsa happened, at that time, like, uh, this Kamsa was killed. Okay, imagine, like, there is a stadium of people, Kamsa is killed, and then Madhumangal is telling, hey, you are not Krishna. So then Krishna is saying, Arey, Nani, I am Krishna. Arey, Nani, you can't kill Kamsa. So he said, no, no, I only killed. No, Krishna is justifying. "Arey, I am the one who killed." So then he said, no, no, I can't believe it. So all the stadium is still full of people. They are clapping for Krishna, and Madhumangal is saying, Arey, you are not Krishna. Why you are saying? Hey, come fight with me first. Then in that stadium only, same stadium, Kamsa is killed. Inside, Krishna is Madhumangal calls Krishna for fight. Then Krishna says, okay, let's fight. Madhumangal hits. Okay. Krishna falls down. Madhumangal sits on his chest, starts beating Krishna. And then after beating, he saw that, Are, he lost. Are, this is Krishna only. This is our Krishna only. Are, he lost to me. He generally loses to me only. So it is our Krishna only. That is the mood of Rajvasis. So, so why I was saying this is, so in so when in when Krishna suggested that, okay, now let's go and offer this, all these things, let Vrajvasis make the offering to Giriraj. They took all the offerings. Vrajvasis made hundreds and thousands of dishes, loaded many bullock carts, and they took it. Okay, and they all went there. And when they went, they decorated it outside Govardhan Hill, and there were so many hundreds and thousands of offerings. All the Vrajvasis, they put their heart in cooking there, okay, and they offered it. Now, when uh, they actually, there is one part that I forgot to mention actually. So when these guys, like, okay, when they uh, no, I'll continue with that. So basically, when they made this offering, so now Govardhan, okay, Krishna, he's he, uh, he directed them that, okay, do these things, and then Govardhan, okay, he started eating this in front of their eyes. And the Vrajvasis are seeing that, okay, these food items are disappearing in front of their eyes. Govardhan is eating. And it is, and it became like, okay, now for so many years they have been serving Indra. Okay, they could never see like where Indra would eat. Okay, but in front of their eyes, Govardhan is eating all these things. And then Govardhan eats all this, and then he says, on your. So it is in language of Rajvasis, on your means that, okay, bring more. And then these guys are all perplexed. Now, Krishna, what do we do? Krishna says, make more, and bring more. And then he then all the Vrajvasis again go back. They said, Arey, we saw a fantastic scene actually. Govardhan ate all these things and he's asking for more. Arey, make more, make more. Whatever they have in home, they made everything. Okay, and they started again loading bullock carts and bringing. Again, Govardhan, like in front of their eyes, they started eating like the all disappeared, like hundreds and thousands of dishes disappeared. All everything over. And again, Govardhan is saying, on your means bring more, bring more. Now these Vrajvasis are very stressed out. They're saying, Are Krishna, this Indra used to eat, we used to offer only this much ghee to Indra, and over this Govardhan is eating quite a bit. We have exhausted everything that we had at our house. Now what to do? So then Krishna says, oh, looks like this Govardhan became very greedy. Okay, let me let me do one thing. Let me give you a simple trick. So he takes a tulsi patta and then he says, okay, give it to Govardhan. And then they go ahead and put it in Govardhan's mouth where he was eating, and they put it. And as soon as they put it, then there is a sound of that burp that comes. Ah, now I'm satisfied. So Krishna, he expands himself as Govardhan, like, okay, just to give lot of fun adventure for the Vrajvasis. He expanded and he accepted all these offerings. But while all these were happening, news reached Indra that, you know what, this Krishna, he he managed to take all the offerings that were for you, and they have offered it to some mountain there. Okay, there is this small child Krishna. Now Indra, like, okay, now basically, like, when they would look at Krishna's pastimes, right? He would be just playing like a any other boy. Like whenever they would be sitting with the other gopas, the devtas came and said that, saw that, okay, they were saying that, okay, this is just a simple boy, he's just taking all your offerings, Indra, what do we do? So Indra said, um, go ahead and see, like, okay, what these guys are doing. So they went to see that, okay, what is the potency of this particular boy. So when they came to see what he's doing, they are seeing that, okay, oh, he sat to eat with everyone else. And then Madhumangal is saying, Krishna, this is Rasgulla. Okay, who will have it? You will have it or I will have it? Then Krishna says, I will have it. Then he says, okay, close your eyes. Then Krishna closes his eyes. And then Madhumangal, what he does is, he says, okay, 1, 2, 3. And he puts it immediately in his mouth. And then he's eating. And then Krishna is keeping his eyes closed. And Madhumangal is saying, this Rasgulla is very tasty. Then Krishna thinks that, okay, arey, he ate away my Rasgulla. And he's sitting right in front of him. Then what Krishna does is, he immediately punches Madhumangal like this. What will happen? All the Rasgulla, it flaps and it is in Krishna's face. And and what Krishna does is, he will eat like this. Like this. And then he says, oh, this Rasgulla is very tasty. Madhumangal, it has become more tastier. And then when the Devtas see this, they are like, okay, is this this is some some boy, like, is just trying to misguide this thing, these people, because his identity is not known. No one knows. No one can understand Krishna as he is. Okay. So Devtas go back and report this. So then Indra sends Samvartaka. He says, Samvartaka, go ahead and create a tornado and storm there. So the Devtas, they go ahead and create a tornado and storm, full of storm, okay, and it is so much so that, okay, the Vrajvasis are in danger now, because there is water flowing around and their cows and everything is there floating away. And then Vrajvasi said, Krishna, Krishna, save us. See, look, now Indra is so unhappy, okay, he's doing this thing to us. And as soon as Krishna hears, okay, these are Vrajvasis are simple people, they're helpless. Krishna, please save us. And then Krishna says, don't worry. He goes ahead and he lifts up Govardhan hill on his this finger of the left hand. Think about it. How many of us can lift a, forget Govardhan hill, that is not possible. Forget our house. Can we lift a table with this hand? We can't lift a table. Can we lift a book with this hand? We can't lift. Krishna lifted Govardhan hill for 7 nights and 7 days with his this finger. And when he lifted this, he asked all the Vrajvasis, come inside, come inside. And everyone came inside. They were all, uh, they were all looking here and there. Oh, so much flood is going around, because naturally that is our tendency, right? So they were seeing like that. But then Krishna said that, okay, don't worry about that. And he started playing its flute. When Krishna started playing his most beautiful flute, at that time all the Vrajvasis forgot about the flood and they started dancing with inside. Okay, so inside, like underneath Govardhan, there was dance and party going around. Okay, and Indra on the other side, he's showering with tornado. He's showering, like there is thunderstorm happening. Like, okay, they are falling on Giriraj. Okay, and inside, like, okay, there is nothing moving actually, because Krishna has taken care of this. So I want to take a pause and say that, okay, reflect upon one thing. See, Indra is a devta. He's a demigod. Okay, but um, so why is he doing like this? He's doing like this, and see the here in Lord's pastimes, like, okay, these different characters are there. It is not that somehow or other, like, okay, Lord teaches us something through these characters. Indra is very very um, in his position. He's very much in need of power and position, okay, he's a devotee of the Lord. But we have to know one thing: he is not a pure devotee of the Lord. He has need for power and position, and when his power and position is going away, he could not take it, and because of his pride, he went and attacked, not knowing that okay, whom he is attacking. Okay, but on the other side is Krishna. Okay, so all the Vrajvasis are protected, and Vrajvasis are dancing there. Okay, they lost knowledge of time also. For 7 days or 7 nights, they are just dancing, and then there are many other things also which are happening. Like, okay, Krishna is holding with this, and then the Vrajvasis thought that okay, oh, Krishna's hands might be paining. Oh, let us put our danda also. Okay, they all put their danda, and they think that Krishna, you can remove your hand. Like, I know you must be tired actually. Yeah, take off your hand from there. Then Krishna says, oh, is it? Krishna takes it off. All the dandas break here. Oh, take your hand, put it back. So Krishna again puts it back. So then, uh, uh, then, Madhumangal is there. Madhumangal, he puts his hand. He says, "Look, see, all this guy, like who is actually the wrestler, and he gets all the power from me only." Okay, like that. He's putting his hand as if like he's a stalwart there. Krishna says, okay, let me put it. And then as soon as Madhumangal starts feeling the weight, it's like he lifts it up again. Okay. Krishna, you are only doing that. So like that, many funny incidents happen. Like even within inside the Govardhan Hill, as outside, what is happening? Indra is constantly flooding with all the different type of things. When inside, Krishna is having all this fun, he's playing the flute. Slowly what happens is, when through this Krishna's flute, he starts sucking, like okay, whatever is outside, like okay, Indra tries everything. Samvartaka tries. Indra himself comes with his elephant, he puts his vajra, everything on Govardhan, but nothing is impacted. Why I am sharing this? Our topic was shelter. When we take shelter of Krishna, outside there will be many things that will be happening, but we will be unimpacted with all the changes that are happening outside. Just like a lotus flower, okay, in the rain, that lotus flower does not get, that water does not moisten the lotus flower. It is just standing on top of it and it falls down. Similarly, one who takes shelter of Krishna, okay, that person, not only are they unimpacted, but they cross over this material world's ocean very easily. What do I mean by material world's ocean? In this journey of life and death, many times we have taken a lot of forms, and now we are in this human body. Whatever forms that we look at outside, cockroaches, rats, whether we hate it, we love them, all that forms we have also taken. Think about it, like, okay, many people, I know there are many people, like, okay, who eat. So Bhagavad Gita says like that. Like, okay, Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita that okay, if one, depending on what we do, we get next life based on that. If when one is very accustomed to sleeping, then in that case they get the body of bear, grizzly bear. We think okay, grizzly bear is like okay, oh, macho personality. But if you look very carefully on the life of these animals, they have a very pathetic life. They have to always hunt for food, okay, figure out where to get their food. Again, after they get the food, there is fight within themselves to get that food. Many people lose their life. Many of these animals lose their life in the fight. So it's very pathetic. It may look like a macho figure, like okay, externally. So we have to understand the value of the life that we have got. And if someone, like Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita that okay, if anyone is very likes eating meat, then in that case they get the body of Krishna. And if they are not willing to hear Krishna, then okay, then in that case they get the body of tiger. um, Now if you look at tiger also, uh, nowadays, like, okay, with the jungles being cut out, like, okay, tigers also have to hunt for food. Very they have also many times these tigers, they don't get food. We have seen many incidents when they come to cities also. And what do people do? They kill them. They they lead a very they get into a very tragic death. I know Sushmita Mataji is here. She's from Mumbai, and like, many times, like, there are areas where in Mumbai tigers have come. Like, tigers and lions, like, they have come from they have escaped from national park. They have gone to houses. They were killed there very brutally because people are afraid to save them. They will do anything. And um, and then, like, okay, Krishna says that, okay, if there is someone like who eats, like, okay, all those uh, meat and, like, okay, stale food, like, okay, who cook all these things for so many hours and all those things, right? Like they do for Thanksgiving, turkeys. Okay, what kind of body do they get? Okay, since they are accustomed to eating anything and everything, they get the body of like pigs. Pigs eat stool. They are like hogs, right? They are stool eaters. That is the body that they get. So, and in the human form of life, what is the value of this body? See, think about it. I'll give you one example. Um, Example is like this: if uh, if I get a company vehicle and I'm being asked that, okay, this is my company vehicle, and I'm being told that, okay, you have to travel within Detroit city and go to different houses for selling whatever product. Okay, I'm just making up an example. But then after getting the vehicle, I say, oh, company vehicle, such a comfortable thing. Let's go to Miami, Key West, or or let's go to Niagara Falls. Okay, then what will happen? That is this 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 vehicle was not meant for that purpose. Okay, I'm just misusing that. Company will fire me, right? Now, for those of you who are hearing attentively, think about it very carefully. That is exactly our situation in this human form of life. We have got this body for a particular purpose. Question is, are we using it for that purpose? That is a very, very important question to ask ourselves, because Jivero Swarup hoy Nitya Krishna Das. Okay, the real position is that we are servant of Krishna. That is our real position. And when we are fixed in that constitutional position, when we are engaged in serving Krishna under guidance, then we can have a very, very happy, blissful life. In any situation, we will be unimpacted, and we can have a very, 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 very blissful life. But as soon as we move out of our constitutional position, or when we are not placed in our constitutional position, we may have we may have happiness, but that happiness would be temporary. And with time, okay, as the waves of time changes, okay, there are indications like, okay, we may be anxious for something, we may be anxious for whatever we have to preserve that, because no matter, there are three things which our scriptures say are very dangerous: Kanak, Kamini, and Kirti. Kanak means gold, that means wealth. Okay, Kamini is opposite sex, and Kirti is popularity. These three things we always try to protect. Okay, we always try to run after. Um, and I'm not talking about any particular person after, but this is the general nature, like, of the material world, to run after these things, to run after wealth, although knowing that it will not give us happiness. One fine day when one leaves the body, They don't take any wealth. I lost my wife, okay, and when she left her body, all her clothing, all her specs, the mobile phone, the social network accounts, they did not go with the person. Okay, we may be terribly attached to them, but these things are not going to go with us. The easy the more easily the more easily we digest this fact, and the more easily we start working towards it, it will we will slowly go from a realm of chasing temporary things to chasing something permanent. Okay, if we so if Kanak and Kamini, I said, Kanak is wealth, Kamini is opposite sex, and Kirti is like fame, popularity. Many people say that, okay, what will people say? Log kya kahenge? But because our prestige is tied to that. Okay, oh, my prestige is getting affected. Oh, what will people think of me? Because we we know that people look at us with some kind of a percep- perception. If that perception changes, it affects our false ego. So if we want to get out of that, if you take this as a principle, that instead of chasing this, if we chase Krishna, and what should be our GPS in that case? Instead of Kanak, Kamini, Kirti, what should be our GPS? GPS is Jive Daya, Name Ruchi, and Vaishnav Seva. Jive Daya means compassion towards every living soul around, and Name Ruchi means taste towards the holy name, trying to chant always the holy name. If we can't chant always, then at least try to chant, fix stipulated number of rounds, whatever is possible, okay, and preferably under guidance, so that, okay, someone can guide, okay, what can I do in my situation? Because we may think that, okay, in my situation I may not be able to do anything. But if we take guidance from someone, like, okay, they can tell us that, okay, what can we do in our situation? What is the best way to deal in our situation? Because we all are seeking for happiness. Um, and then third one is Vaishnav Seva, serving the Vaishnavas, serving those people who are dear to the Lord. When we do that, by that, like, okay, we automatically become recipient of mercy. So again, coming back to the story, as Krishna was lifting, Indra was he was throwing all these things on Govardhan. Indra put his Vajra also went, everything went. He got tired, and then he understood that, okay, Arey, I am Indra. I am the master of heaven. I am the master of all the demigods. I am uh, everyone reports to me in Swarg. This is some mere boy I was trying to fight, but his power is beyond my comprehension. So I don't think he is a mere boy. I think it is like no one can defeat me like he did. It can only be one personality, that is supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Indra actually falls down actually from there. The scriptures say he falls into a ditch actually. So wo, he falls into ditch, and in Hindi there is a saying, "Muh kala ho gaya." That means his all face, everything became black actually after falling into the ditch. When he gets up from there, he's like a black person actually. So now in that sense, like when he gets up, he understands that, okay, I have lost everything actually. So I have done a great offense towards the supreme personality of Godhead, Krishna. Because Indra and other people, they are not Vrajvasis. They look at Krishna as Vishnu, as Narayan, worshipping him, because to get benefits, okay, my power will be gone, my prestige will be gone. Indra is thinking like that. And then what Indra does is he offers his forgiveness to Krishna. Okay. And then Krishna, as he's offering his prayers, there are very beautiful prayers said by Indra. Um, Krishna tells him that, okay, Indra, after he offers his prayer, that Krishna says that, okay, Krishna is just standing there actually. Indra is offering all his prayers, and Krishna says, Indra, You had, because of your pride, you forgot about this. You forgot about your own position, and you started destructing the Vrajvasis. You started destroying this particular place. But you have to understand that everything in this creation is running by my direction. You are also running by my directions. Indra is not directly reporting to Krishna, okay, but he's much, much subordinate, okay. So, but you forgot about this and you became very, your pride increased. You became puffed up with pride. So I had to destroy your pride, and because of that, I had to do this. And then, and this all is happening like Vrajvasis can't see this lila, because if they see this, Krishna hides them this aspect from them, because if they see this, then he'll be god to them, and Krishna doesn't want him to become god to them. He wants them to be their child only, okay. Because if the suddenly if Yashoda Maya says, oh Krishna god, tuk, 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 if he does like this arti of Krishna, then Krishna will say, Arey, give me food yaar. I came to eat. Okay, you're not giving me food, mother. So like that, that is Krishna's reciprocation. Krishna says, Ye atha mam prapadyante tam tatheva bhajamiyam. As you reciprocate with Krishna, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. If we make Krishna our household person, he will be our household best pal actually. And Krishna is saying, I am your ever well wisher. I am your best friend. What we want to reciprocate with him, he is open to us, like to exchange. And I want to tell one thing with full conviction. If we give little bit to Krishna, right? If we have a little desire that okay, I want to develop a relationship with Krishna, trust me, the day you feel that okay, I want to develop a relationship with Krishna, Krishna also makes this determination that okay, I want to really, I want to really get this person with that relation. And who is the greatest proof for this? Putana. Putana is a demon. Okay, that Putana came to kill Krishna. Okay, when Krishna was 3 months old, Putana came to kill Krishna with his. She was sent by Kamsa, and she put poison in her breast, okay, and wanted to feed that breast milk to Krishna. And when Krishna, he took that milk and then he sucked the life air out of Putna. Okay, but because see, see this part, like because Putna came to feed Krishna, Krishna did not take that. Okay, he killed Putna, but he immediately gave Putna as a motherly position in the spiritual world. Can we give a, if someone wants to kill us, can we give motherly position to that person? We cannot. None of us can, because none of us are Krishna. But that is the position of Krishna. He is willing to forgive anything, and that is why he's saying, Sarva dharma parityaja maam ekam shranam vraja. Aham sarva pape aham sarva papebhyo mokshayashyami ma suja. Leave everything and surrender unto me. I will free you from all sinful reactions. All sinful reactions. That means you'll be freed from all reactions. You are doubting it, then at the end he's saying, Masucha, do not doubt. Do not fear, he's saying. That is Krishna. So we are beginning the most auspicious month of Kartik. And I want to share what we can do in this month of Kartik. This is the most glorious month. Kartik is like a sale month, okay, bumper sale. Just like when we go to shops, like we go there, okay, there is a sale. This guy is offering, like, okay, in India they have like many clothing, Shopper Stop and Allen Solly, this, that. Here we have Macy's, my whatever, like, okay, Kohl's. So, or those who are interested in electronics, Best Buy or Amazon, like, okay, they are offering 75% sale. So this is a month which is a sale month, 99% sale. Just put a little bit and you get so much benefit. In this month, we can please Krishna with a very, very little endeavor. So what are the things that we can do in this month to please Krishna? If we make Krishna our friend, okay, which is very easy to make, and it can start a very long journey in a very, very sweet and most blissful way, actually. So one thing is, we should we should definitely try to offer ghee lamp to the picture of Yashoda Damodar in this month. Um, there is a there is a small picture. I will send it in the group. Uh, by offering ghee lamp to Yashoda Damodar, we give it 4 times in the lotus feet of the Lord, 2 times at the navel of the Lord, and 3 times at the face of the Lord, his lotus face, and then 7 times overall in the clockwise direction. By offering daily ghee lamp, you can offer it once. If your time permits, you can do it twice also. But make sure that, okay, everyone in your family, whoever are favorable, because I am not talking about like someone doesn't want to do things, but whoever can, because it's a very simple thing. It takes hardly 1 or 2 minutes to do that. um, Encourage them to do that. By doing this, we get freed from all our past, like, bad karmas. Then this is a very easy thing. The other thing to do in this month, or to avoid in this month, is consumption of any non-vegetarian item. Okay, consumption of any non-vegetarian item should be strictly avoided in this month. It is it is very harmful. I've also heard that it takes away a lot of our good karmas in one go. Um, there is uh, then then the other thing, like, okay, to if possible, we should avoid urad dal in this month. I know, like, okay, those who have idli or so, they are made with urad dal. See if that is possible. If it is not possible, at least uh, at least we should do the ghee lamps daily. The third thing, so we talked about uh, ghee lamp. We talked about not having the non-veg and the urad dal. The third thing, which is very easy thing to do, is to take bath in holy places. Now we are not in holy place, so what do we do? So His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj has said that, okay, his Jayapataka Swami Guru Maharaj is very merciful, and he said that, okay, if one, when he's taking bath in the bathroom, at that time, if they call out 3 times, Ganga, 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 then by calling out 3 times, they are invoking Mother Ganga, and they are getting the benefit of bathing in Mother Ganga. This is a very simple thing. You can do it all around the year. 3 times calling just takes 2-3 seconds only. And do you know what is the effect of this? The effect of this is, one who takes bath in Ganga with all full faith, Mother Ganga takes away all her sins. And the and the next thing is, like, okay, chanting the holy name. Um, so by by taking bath, like, okay, we are taking care. We are by taking care bath of Mother Ganga, we are getting freed from all our sinful reactions. But many times our heart is very anxious, or is distressed, or there are tendencies in our heart sometimes, or many times, to do sinful activities. How do we purify our heart? How do we get out of the our tendencies for false pride, or ego, or envy, or many of these things? Sometimes we may be so much conditioned, we may not even know that we have these things. So for that, the best thing to purify our heart is to chant the holy name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. When we are chanting, then our heart is automatically getting purified. And when we are chanting, like when we start chanting, if I would suggest that, okay, whomever you are connected with, you can check with them, like, okay, how much you can chant, because depending on your situation, you can increase, or whatever you're chanting, like, okay, see whatever time you have. um, that way it will be very helpful. You can progress more, and others can also pray for you. uh, and and then finally, after We talked about the chanting aspect, and if you can visit temples, ISKCON temples nearby. So mostly in most of the ISKCON temples nearby that you may have, they generally have this offering of ghee lamb every day. So try to offer it to the deities there. At home also you can offer, but if your time permits, or at least on the weekend, you can go and you can offer it to the deities there, because those deities are being served actually. They are being offered 6 times bhoga. So whenever you offer it to the temple deities, you might certainly feel there are strong reciprocation from there. And some cases, because of our conditioning, we may not feel reciprocation, but if we continue to do that, then very soon we will have, if we are sincere in our path, Krishna will reciprocate. And whoever you are, no matter what our past background is, but we can feel those reciprocation. This is an experiential science. Okay, one who is practicing this can experience this. Anandam Bodhivardhanam. And the Mahaprabhu says the Anand, the bliss factor will Bodhivardhanam. It will keep on increasing. Okay. So let us all practice this, and let us increase the bliss factor in all our lives. And with that, I would conclude. I am very sorry I took extra time. It must be almost 10 o'clock in India. If there is anything, questions, comments, so you can let me know, and we can all close with the thanking Bhagavatam for allowing us to speak. If there is anything wrong I spoke, something I may have unknowingly hurt you, I ask for forgiveness. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Krishna Prabhupada ki jai, Gauranga Kuthi Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Kali jai,
जय
Kaliyug Pavan Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai.
जय
Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Yes. So anyone has any questions or any comments or anything that you would like to share, please feel free. Um, anyone? If there is nothing, then in that case, okay. Okay. Thank you, Nandini Priya Mataji, for your message, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. See, like when you are feeling, when you are finding interest in Krishna's pastimes, when you are hearing attentively, then by that, what happens is the Krishna, Krishna is reciprocating with you through the Guru Parampara. And that is all glories is to Srila Prabhupada, all glories is to Krishna himself actually. They are using me as an instrument, but it is your pure heart with which you are receiving. So anyone has any other questions or comments? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Parul Mataji. Um, okay, I'll just see. Thank you, Vidya Mataji. Thank you so very much. Okay, so then we'll stop here. Uh, Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, and may your Kartik be very, very blissful. And please share with us whatever you are doing in Kartik, and whatever you aspire to do, and whatever you ended up doing. Sometimes, okay, it is good to have a little bit stretched goal, and then, okay, whatever we do, because whatever little bit also we are doing in this month, right, that will yield us permanent benefit. Our bank accounts, and we will not be there in this body, but these benefits will certainly be there. Oh, thank you, Demataji. Thank you for sharing that. Yes, I will share the photo of Krishna, Yashoda, Damodar, and how we have to do that. I have a picture which will very easily explain that. Yes, I will. I will do that right away. Please take care. Hare Krishna.